Here is a question I want you to think about. Think carefully. What do you do every morning before 9 o'clock? Do you read? Do you exercise? Do you plan your day? Or do you scroll through your phone for an hour? Your answer to that question might be more important than you think. Because a researcher named Thomas Corley spent 5 years studying 233 wealthy people and 128 people who struggled financially. And what he discovered changed everything. The difference between them was not luck, it was not talent, it was not education. It was habits. Daily habits. Small actions done every day, over and over, year after year. Hello, my friends. Welcome to Talk English Daily. My name is Sophie, and today we are talking about rich habits and poor habits, what they are, why they matter, and how you can use them to change your life. This episode is part of our Success Mindset playlist. These episodes are about learning English and learning about life at the same time, because the best English practice is also the most meaningful. Today, you will learn important English vocabulary. You will hear real examples from daily life. You will have time to reflect and practice speaking. And by the end, I hope you feel both more confident in English and more inspired about your own future. Let us begin. First, what is a habit? A habit is something you do regularly, automatically, without thinking too much about it, like brushing your teeth. You do not think, should I brush my teeth today? You just do it, every day, without question. It is automatic. Automatic means happening without conscious thought, without deciding each time. It just happens, naturally. Habits are powerful because they happen every day. And everything that happens every day adds up over time. Add up means to increase, to grow bigger and bigger. Small things done every day add up to something very large over months and years. Think about this. If you read just 10 pages of a book every day, in 1 year you will have read 3,650 pages. That is about 12 books, just 10 pages a day. But if you watch 1 extra hour of television every day instead, in 1 year that is 365 hours of television. That is over 15 full days spent watching TV. Same amount of time, completely different results. That is the power of habits. Thomas Corley called them rich habits and poor habits, not because money is the only thing that matters, but because our habits determine our outcomes. Determine means to decide or control the result of something. Outcomes means results, what happens at the end. Our daily habits determine our outcomes in life, in health, in relationships, in work, in finances, in happiness. Now, here is an important question for you. Think about this carefully as we continue. What is one habit you have right now that you are proud of? And what is one habit you want to change? Keep those 2 habits in your mind as you listen today. Now, let us look at our first vocabulary recap. These are the key words from this opening section. Habit. Something you do regularly and automatically. Brushing your teeth is a habit. Automatic. Happening without conscious thought. A habit becomes automatic over time. Add up. To increase and grow over time. Small actions add up to big results. Determine. To decide or control the result. Our habits determine our future. Outcomes, results. What happens at the end? Good habits lead to good outcomes. Reflect, to think carefully and deeply about something. I often reflect on my habits in the evening. If Talk English Daily is helping your English journey, please click the subscribe button. We upload new episodes every week, and every episode is completely free. Thank you so much. Now, rich habits. What do wealthy, successful people do differently every day? Thomas Corley studied this for 5 years, and he found clear patterns. A pattern is something that repeats regularly, something you can see happening again and again. Rich habit number 1. They read every day. This was one of the most striking findings from the research. Striking means surprising and impressive, something that hits you strongly. 88% of wealthy people in the study read for 30 minutes or more every single day. Not novels, not entertainment. They read to improve themselves. Books about their work, books about health, books about money, books about history, books about psychology. They read to learn, to grow, to improve. Compare this to people who struggle financially. Only 2% read for self-improvement every day. 2%. The difference is enormous. Enormous means extremely large, much bigger than expected. Reading expands your mind. Expands means to make bigger, to grow larger. When you read regularly, your vocabulary grows, your ideas grow, your understanding of the world grows, and your opportunities grow too. For you, as an English learner, reading is even more powerful. Every page you read in English is language practice. Every new word you see in context stays in your memory longer. Rich habit number 2. They wake up early. Most successful people wake up at least 2 hours before their work starts. They use that time for themselves, for reading, for exercise, for planning, for thinking clearly. They protect their mornings. Protect means to keep something safe, to not let anything destroy it. They protect their morning hours because that is when their mind is freshest. Freshest means most clear and full of energy. Before emails, before problems, before other people's needs. Think about that. If you wake up 1 hour earlier every day, that is 365 extra hours every year. 365 hours that belong only to you. What could you do with that time? Rich habit number 3. They exercise regularly. 76% of wealthy people in Corley's study did aerobic exercise 4 days a week or more. Aerobic exercise means any movement that increases your heart rate. Running, swimming, cycling, even fast walking. Why does exercise matter for success? Because exercise improves your brain function. Function means how well something works. Exercise makes your brain work better. You think more clearly. You solve problems more easily. You feel more confident and energetic. Energetic means full of energy and enthusiasm. Exercise also reduces stress. Reduces means makes smaller, less. When you are stressed, it is hard to think clearly, hard to make good decisions. Exercise reduces that stress. It clears the mind. Rich habit number 4. They set goals. Successful people do not just dream, they set goals. A goal is a specific target, something you want to achieve by a certain time. There is a difference between a wish and a goal. A wish is vague. Vague means not clear or specific. A wish sounds like this. I want to be successful someday. That is a wish. A goal is specific. A goal sounds like this. I want to learn 200 new English words in the next 3 months. I will learn 2 words every day. That is a goal. Clear, specific, measurable. Measurable means you can count it. You can check if you achieved it. Corley found that 67% of wealthy people write down their goals. Write them down. Not just think about them, write them, on paper, in a journal, in a notebook. Writing a goal makes it real. It makes it more likely to happen. When you write a goal, your brain starts working toward it automatically, even when you are not thinking about it consciously. Consciously means with full awareness and intention. Rich habit number 5. They practice gratitude. Gratitude means feeling thankful, appreciating what you have, recognizing the good things in your life. Many successful people spend a few minutes every morning thinking about what they are grateful for. This is not a small thing. Research shows that practicing gratitude changes the brain. It makes you more positive, more resilient, more focused. Resilient means able to recover quickly from difficult situations, strong in the face of challenges. Gratitude also keeps you grounded. Grounded means connected to what is real and important, not lost in anxiety or dissatisfaction. Dissatisfaction means feeling unhappy with your situation, always wanting more, never feeling enough. A grateful person sees opportunities that an ungrateful person misses, because they are looking at the world with open eyes, not with closed, frustrated ones. Now, your quiz question. Listen carefully and remember the answer. We will check at the end. According to Thomas Corley's research, what percentage of wealthy people read for 30 minutes or more every single day? Is it A, 40%, B, 65%, or C, 88%? Remember your answer. We will check at the end. Vocabulary recap number 2. Let us review the rich habits vocabulary.
Pattern, something that repeats regularly. Wealthy people share common patterns.
Striking, surprising and impressive. The reading habit statistics are striking. Enormous, extremely large. The difference between reading habits is enormous. Expands, grows larger. Reading expands your mind and your vocabulary. Protect, to keep something safe. Successful people protect their morning hours. Freshest, most clear and full of energy. Your mind is freshest in the morning. Aerobic exercise, movement that increases your heart rate. Running and swimming are aerobic exercises. Goal, a specific target you want to achieve. Write your goals down every morning. Measurable, able to be counted or checked. A good goal is always measurable. Gratitude, feeling thankful. Practice gratitude every day. Resilient, able to recover from difficulty. Gratitude makes you more resilient. Now, your first reflection question. This is your moment to think, to pause, to connect this to your own life. Pause this video now. Think about one rich habit from today's list that you already have, and one that you want to start. Say your answer out loud, in English, just one sentence each. For example, I already wake up early every day. I want to start reading for 30 minutes every morning. Well done. That was real thinking, in English, about your real life. That is the most powerful kind of language practice. Now, poor habits. The habits that hold people back. Hold back means to prevent progress, to stop something from moving forward. I want to be clear about something before we begin. Talking about poor habits is not about judging people. Judge means to form a negative opinion about someone. We are not judging. We all have poor habits. Every single person, including me. The goal is awareness. Awareness means knowing what is happening, seeing clearly, understanding our patterns so we can change them. Poor habit number 1. Too much passive entertainment. Corley's research found that 2/3 of wealthy people watch less than 1 hour of television every day. 2/3 means about 66 out of 100 people. But people who struggle financially watch much more, often 3 or 4 hours every day. That is 3 or 4 hours that could be used differently. Now, watching television is not wrong. Relaxation is important. Rest is important. But there is a difference between intentional relaxation and passive consumption. Passive means receiving without thinking or engaging, just absorbing, not creating, not learning, not building. Consumption means using or taking in something. Passive consumption means watching, scrolling, or listening without any active thought. 3 hours of passive consumption every day is 1,095 hours every year. That is 45 full days. Imagine what you could do with 45 days of focused effort. Poor habit number 2. Procrastination. Procrastination. This is a beautiful word. Say it with me. Procrastination. It means delaying something you need to do. Postponing important tasks because they feel difficult or uncomfortable. Postpone means to push something to a later time. We all procrastinate sometimes. It is very human. But people who struggle with success procrastinate consistently. Consistently means all the time, regularly, without stopping. Why do we procrastinate? Usually because the task feels overwhelming. Overwhelming means too large, too difficult, too much. When something feels overwhelming, we avoid it. Avoid means to deliberately stay away from something. The problem is, procrastination does not make the task go away. It just makes it bigger. And it makes you feel worse, more stressed, more behind. Behind means not keeping up, falling back from where you should be. Successful people do difficult things first. They do not wait for the perfect moment. They start, even imperfectly, even when they do not feel ready. Because starting is the hardest part. Once you start, momentum builds. Momentum means the force that keeps something moving once it has started, like a ball rolling downhill. Poor habit number 3. Spending more than you earn. Earn means to receive money for work you do, your salary, your income. Many people spend more than they earn. This creates debt. Debt means money you owe to someone else. Money you have borrowed and must pay back. Corley found that wealthy people live below their means. Below their means they spend less than they earn, even when they could spend more. They save the difference. Then they invest. Invest means to use money to make more money, to put money into something that will grow over time. People who struggle financially often do the opposite. They spend first. They save what is left, and usually nothing is left. Wealthy people save first, then spend what is left. This simple change in order makes an enormous difference over time. Poor habit number 4, negative self-talk. Self-talk means the voice inside your head, the thoughts you have about yourself, about your abilities, about your future. Negative self-talk sounds like this: I am not smart enough. I am not good enough. I always fail. I will never improve. Things never work out for me. These thoughts feel true when we think them, but they are rarely accurate. Accurate means correct, true, matching reality. Negative self-talk is a habit, just like any other. It is a pattern of thought that repeats automatically, and like all habits, it can be changed. Successful people are not without doubt. They feel fear too. They feel uncertainty too. Uncertainty means not knowing what will happen, not feeling sure. But they do not let negative self-talk stop them. They notice the thought, they challenge it. Challenge means to question it, to say, is this really true? And then they act anyway, even with the doubt, even with the fear. Poor habit number 5, giving up too quickly. Give up means to stop trying, to quit, to abandon something before it is finished. Success in anything takes time. Learning English takes time. Building a business takes time. Getting fit takes time. Saving money takes time. Most people give up too early. They start something. They do not see results quickly, so they stop. They conclude it is not working. Conclude means to decide or determine something. But the results of good habits often come slowly, very slowly at first, then suddenly much faster. Think of a bamboo tree. A bamboo tree spends its first 5 years underground. You plant it, you water it, you care for it, and you see nothing, nothing above the ground, for 5 years. But underground, the roots are growing, deeper, stronger, wider, spreading. And then, in the 6th year, the bamboo shoots up 90 feet in just 6 weeks. Your good habits are like that bamboo. You may not see results for a long time, but underground, something is growing. Do not give up before the breakthrough. A breakthrough is a sudden, important development, a big, positive change that happens after a long period of effort. Vocabulary recap number 3. Let us review the poor habits vocabulary. Hold back, to prevent progress. Poor habits hold us back from our potential. Awareness, knowing and seeing clearly. The first step to change is awareness. Passive consumption, receiving without thinking or engaging. 3 hours of passive consumption a day is a poor habit. Procrastination, delaying important tasks. Procrastination makes problems bigger, not smaller. Postpone. To push something to a later time. Do not postpone difficult tasks. Do them first. Momentum. The force that keeps something moving. Once you start, momentum builds. Debt. Money you owe to someone else. Spending more than you earn creates debt. Invest. To use money to make more money over time. Wealthy people save first, then invest. Accurate. Correct. Matching reality. Negative self-talk is rarely accurate. Breakthrough. A sudden, important, positive change. Do not give up before the breakthrough. Your second reflection question. Pause this video. Be honest with yourself. Which one of the 5 poor habits resonates with you most? Resonates means feels true for you, connects with you, feels familiar. Say your answer out loud in English. For example, the habit that resonates with me most is procrastination. I often delay difficult tasks because they feel overwhelming. Being honest with yourself takes courage. Courage means bravery, the willingness to do something difficult. Recognizing a poor habit is the first step to changing it, and that is an act of courage. Now, the most important question of all. How do you actually change a habit? Many people know their poor habits. They know them very well. But knowing is not the same as changing. So how do you move from knowing to doing? Step 1. Start very small. The biggest mistake people make when trying to build a new habit is starting too big. They say, I will read for 1 hour every day. I will exercise for 90 minutes. I will wake up at 5 every morning, all starting tomorrow. This almost never works, because the change is too large, too sudden. The brain resists sudden, large changes. Resists means pushes back against, refuses to accept easily. Instead, start tiny. Tiny means extremely small, very, very small. If you want to read daily, start with 5 minutes. Just 5 minutes every day without fail. Without fail means every time, never missing, consistent. If you want to exercise, start with 10 minutes, just 10, every day. Build slowly from there. Small habits are easy to keep, and keeping a habit, even a tiny one, builds something very powerful. It builds self-trust. Self-trust means believing in your own ability to keep your promises to yourself. Step 2. Attach new habits to existing ones. Existing means already happening, already in your life. An existing habit is one you already do automatically. For example, you already make tea every morning. That is an existing habit. Attach your new habit to it. After I make my tea, I will read for 5 minutes. After I make my tea, I will write my goals for the day. This technique is called habit stacking. Stacking means placing one thing on top of another. You stack a new habit on top of an existing one. This makes the new habit much easier to remember and much easier to maintain. Maintain means to keep going, to continue over time. Step 3. Track your progress. Track means to monitor, to follow and record. When you track a habit, you can see your progress. Progress means forward movement, improvement over time. A simple way to track: get a calendar. Every day you complete your new habit, put a cross or a tick on that day. After a few days, you have a chain of crosses or ticks, and your motivation becomes: do not break the chain. Do not break the chain means keep the streak going, do not miss a day. Seeing your progress makes you want to continue. It builds momentum, and it shows you evidence that you are capable. Evidence means proof, real examples that show something is true. You are capable means you have the ability to do it. Step 4. Be patient with yourself. Research suggests it takes between 66 and 200 days to form a new habit. Not 21 days as many people believe. Much longer. Real change takes real time. So when you miss a day, and you will miss a day, do not give up. Missing one day does not destroy a habit. Missing many days in a row does. When you miss a day, simply return. No guilt, no harsh self-criticism. Harsh means unkind, cruel, too strong. Self-criticism means judging yourself negatively. Just return, quietly, gently, and continue. Now, your speaking practice. This is your 3-minute section where you speak out loud in English. This is the most important part of the whole episode. Because listening is powerful, but speaking is where real confidence is built. I will give you sentences and questions. Pause after each one. Say your answer out loud, with your real voice, in English, even if it feels difficult, especially if it feels difficult. Ready? Let us begin. Question 1. What is one rich habit you want to build in the next 30 days? Pause and answer now. Now complete this sentence. I want to build the habit of blank because it will help me blank. Pause and say the full sentence. Question 2. What is one poor habit you recognize in yourself? Pause and answer honestly. Now complete this sentence. One poor habit I have is blank. I want to change this habit because blank. Pause and speak. And the final one, the most important. Describe one small step you will take tomorrow morning. One tiny action. Not a big plan, just one small step. Pause and say it out loud. Well done. Seriously. You just practiced real English about real life. That is the most powerful kind of learning. When language meets meaning, that is when it stays. Now, our full vocabulary summary. All the keywords from today. Listen and try to remember. Habit. Something done regularly and automatically. Automatic. Happening without conscious thought. Determine. To control or decide the result. Outcomes. Results. What happens at the end? Striking. Surprising and impressive. Enormous. Extremely large. Procrastination. Delaying important tasks. Postpone. To push to a later time. Momentum, the force that keeps something moving. Resilient, able to recover from difficulty. Gratitude, feeling thankful and appreciative. Invest, to use money to make more money. Breakthrough, a sudden, important, positive change. Awareness, knowing and seeing clearly. Self-trust, believing in your own ability. Maintain, to keep going over time. Evidence, proof that something is true. Now, the answer to our quiz question. The question was, what percentage of wealthy people read for 30 minutes or more every single day? The answer is C, 88%. 88 out of 100 wealthy people read every day for self-improvement. Did you remember? Well done if you did. Now, before I go, I want to leave you with something important, something I want you to carry with you. You are listening to this episode in English. That means you are already practicing a rich habit, right now, today, this moment. Learning, growing, improving yourself, using your time to become a better version of yourself. That is a rich habit, and you are already doing it. Do not underestimate that. Underestimate means to think something is less important or valuable than it is. Do not underestimate what you are doing right now. Every episode you listen to, every new word you learn, every sentence you speak out loud, these are all rich habits. They are all adding up, quietly, steadily, powerfully. The person you will be in 1 year is being shaped right now, today, by the habits you choose. Shape means to form or influence something. Your future self is being shaped by your present habits. So choose wisely. Wisely means with good judgment, with care and intelligence. Choose the habits that will take you where you want to go. And my friend, you are already going in the right direction. Please subscribe to Talk English Daily so you never miss a new episode. We upload every single week. This episode was inspired by the book Rich Habits by Thomas Corley. We highly recommend reading the full book for a deeper understanding of these ideas. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. Goodbye, my friends, and I will see you in the next episode of Talk English Daily.